a Garage Geek practical 3-in-1. Hi, welcome to Garage Geek. So I have a couple of things to show to you today, and they're all on the practical side. It's mostly about storage. Now, the first thing that I want to say is I was moving a couple boxes that I had on a table in order to prepare for this, and I found this comic underneath them. Now, what was interesting is that this comic had a severe spine roll. I don't know if you could see that. Do you see how this is bent over? Well, this was actually part of the cover when it was before I put all the box weight on it. And as you can see now, it pretty much fixed that spine roll. So I was very happy about that. Now I need to get this in Mylar. Okay, that was just a bonus for you in case you wanted to see a severe case of spine roll, but the comic is saved and it's going to look beautiful. So I'm going to talk about storage solutions. At the current time, there are two kinds of sleeves that I use. I use these for CDs, and I use these for practically everything else. So let me go over some of the CDs first off. When I was in Japan, I found these beautiful envelope CD holders. I love these so much, but the problem is it's really difficult to take a CD in and out. And whereas these are really, really nice for a collection, I have not been able to find these in the United States. And because of the problem of taking CDs in and out, I decided to abandon this style in favor of these. Now, these aren't as nice, but they're very practical. One thing that I do not really like is the extra space at the top, whereas these are very compact. You get all the art, but this one has everything. So if there's art here or even on the back of this, you will get everything. And it's very easy to take a CD in and out. So these are readily available in packs of 100, I believe, on Amazon. So I have this as show and tell. So I bought this at Target. It's a garden variety separator holder. You can find all types of these. But what I have in this first part is I have these CD replicas, mostly from Culture Factory. For example, here's one. They usually have like an Obi on them. But there are some other companies that have put these out. For example, there's Rhino Replicas has a series out. And then back here, I have the more recent sleeves that have been coming out. I really prefer these over the CD cases. And then finally, in the back, I have these sleeves that I use. Now, these sleeves can be used for so many different types. They can be used for Blu-rays, DVDs, PlayStation games, any type of game, actually. So I'm going to show you an example. This is a PlayStation 3 game. Here is a PlayStation 4 game with the art reversed. PlayStation 4. And then, of course, you have movies. What I do with these is that I actually trim them down. I'll show you an example. So when I put this PS4 game in here, I don't like all this extra at the top. I've lived with this for years, actually, and like this, and I've decided that I just like them. So I go ahead and I trim them down, PS4 one, and I think they look much nicer than having this extra flap at the top. I do that because I haven't found individual sleeves that will cater to every different type of size. This is like a perfect solution for me. Another thing that I do is I notice that a lot of the movies, when I have them in the sleeves, if I want to have them out to display, they become kind of, what do you call it? They're not very firm. They become kind of flimsy, and they'll want to curve or bend. And so what I do is as I put my comics in Mylar, I take the old backing boards and I cut them to the size of this, and then I slide it in between, and it gives this some weight. And so whenever I decide to put these out, they're very firm, and you can just sit them into a holder and they will stand up. Anyways, look at these gorgeous covers. These sleeves are also great for PlayStation 2 games. Here's a cool one. So once you have them in these sleeves, they're perfect for display in a container like this. If you want to put something out, if you have a small collection, it's perfect. But if you have a larger collection like I do, you can rotate things through as you listen to them, or as you watch them, or as you focus on something. And there you have it. That is one kind of solution for not only storage, but also for display. Next, I wanted to show off these Comic Pro line acid-free acrylic clear boards. Now, I bought them in all the sizes available. They come in current, silver, gold, and magazine. So I'm going to walk you through what it's like. The process is the same for all the sizes. And these things look so gorgeous. They also protect. Okay, once you are able to remove the plastic, each board looks very cloudy. And that's because each side has a plastic coating that you have to remove. So you're going to have to, it's a little bit of a painstaking process, but you're going to have to find it. So once you find it, you're going to have to remove it. And you have to do that with both sides. So as you can see, even with one removed, it still looks quite milky. So once you find it, and you can remove from both sides. Okay, so here we have our backing board. So I'm going to go ahead and use this as a display. Why? Because this magazine has wraparound art. So I want that to be able to view. Now, unfortunately, I forgot to buy more Mylar magazine bags. So I'm just going to use this. This is just a bag I found. So I'm just going to use it as an example. But it doesn't look anywhere near as good as in Mylar. You're going to see that it has that. And then when I turn it around, you're able to see it. Now, I'm telling you, in Mylar, these things look gorgeous. So there you have it. And it's, it's very durable. The plastic itself is pretty thick. Now, the third thing I want to talk to you is my ongoing saga with my Shakespeare. So I bought this Coriolanus Shakespeare because I really liked the minimalistic and simplistic art and font on it. It also has a really pretty side. I ordered another one at the same time, and it arrived like this. This is Music stated that he could not see the real difference between these two. So I want to just point out one more time. Look at how simple the font is and the art. And look at all of this trade dressing on here. And not only that, if you look at his name is Milton Glasser. And here it starts with the I. Even the bottom part of the art is cut off in this one to fit everything in. Now, I know to some people that's not a big deal, but I really dig that over that. However, they're just different versions of the same book, and they feel so good in the hand. Now, I went to a store yesterday, a Romans bookstore, and I found only one edition of this Hamlet. Now, I was so happy because I at least found one. When I brought it home, I noticed striking differences. Number one, the paper quality. This one, the pages are so white. And in this one, it's more newspaper colored. Now, it actually feels just as good. It's just the paper color is a markedly different color. And not only that, they are slightly different in size when you hold them. This one is smaller. Again, this is so silly of me. I really would like to collect these. But then I found two different versions of them that I'm aware of. They still look really nice when it comes to the art. But now, I would prefer this one over this one with the darker pages. So while we're at Roman's bookstore, there's the bookstore, the logo. Unfortunately, I think they might be closing down. My husband saw this Totoro novelization, and he really liked it, so we got it. And this is nice because it has some illustrations in it of that kind of inked quality. Very nice book. And he didn't find this, but I did. When we were going through the magazines, we found a French magazine all about Madonna. And of course, we had to get it. But yeah, it's in French. And, but it's gorgeous. He was so happy that I found this. Yeah, just, typical Madonna stuff. So there you have it, a practical Garage Geek 3-in-1. I hope you enjoyed this. What do you think of my storage solutions? What do you think of my ongoing Shakespeare issue and the sleeves that I use? So again, I want to thank all of you for your support.